Hey everyone, welcome to your Thursday CrossFit Cure at home or in the park workout. We're glad to have you guys with us today. We got lots of running, so hopefully you got a nice course set out. Hopefully it's good weather today. Before we get into our running, we're gonna warm up our hips, our knees, our feet, pretty much get us ready to go. So for our warm-up day, it's gonna be really quick because the running is a little bit longer. We just have a 3-minute AMRAP. So get through all of these movements 1 to 2 times. It should take you about 3 minutes. The first movement is 10 alternating Spiderman stretches. So this is basically a deep lunge where you are leaned forward, pretend like you're Spider-Man walking along the ceiling, but on the floor, okay? So watch our video to see the demonstration of how that's done. Second is 20 high knees. So in place, bringing your knees up, try and keep your feet underneath you, right? Directly underneath you. Don't bring that leg out in front, okay? For these high knees, and make them quick. Then we're gonna go into 10 air squats. Then we'll go into 20 butt kickers, and the same thing that we did with the high knees, we wanna make sure that our feet stay, we wanna make sure our feet stay directly below us, so we don't wanna bring our foot out behind us to kick our butt, just bring it right up underneath. Your knees are gonna point forward in those. Then we have 10 soldier's kicks, also known as punters. So kick that leg straight out in front of you, opposite hand comes over and down to reach it, and then alternate 5 each side for 10 soldier's kicks. Go through 1 to 2 times, should be around 3 minutes. Just make sure you're feeling ready to run here. All right, with that, let's get into our workout. And our workout is called Cumulus. Like I said, it's lots of running, but this is interval running. Okay, we should have some rest here. So what we're looking for is we are gonna do 5 rounds of the following on a 3-minute clock. So 15 minutes here of 400-meter run. So you should be able to complete that 400-meter run in 2.5 minutes or less, and then get at least 30 seconds of rest. Or if that's a little difficult, we can run for 90 seconds and rest for 90 seconds. If we're not running today, we're gonna do 90 seconds of mountain climbers and 90 seconds of rest. So mountain climbers in that plank position, drawing one knee up at a time. If you want to do this a little bit jumping, you can jump one leg forward at a time and one leg back, or you can make it even more challenging by jumping that foot all the way up next to your hand in that position. So you should do either finish in 2.5 minutes if you're going to run 400 meters, or scale that to 90 seconds of work, 90 seconds of rest, or to mountain climbers. 5 rounds, okay? So record your total work time there, and then after that, we're going into 10 rounds of a 1-minute 100-meter run. Your 100-meter run should take 30 to 40 seconds. It's more of a sprint, and then you are going to rest until the top of the minute. This should take 10 minutes to get through 10 rounds. We can scale this to 30 seconds of running and 30 seconds of resting, or we will scale this to 30 seconds of jumping jacks and 30 seconds of resting. You can record your scales here or your total work time. Hopefully you guys feel good. I know there's a lot of running this week, but the more we practice, the better we get at it. That is our workout Cumulus. Let's get into our stretching and accessory work. And for our stretching cool down, we've got 2 sets of the following. Each of these movements is gonna be 30 seconds, or if it's a single leg movement, 30 seconds each side. So we got standing elbow to instep. So bring that elbow down, stretch out your hips. You can step forward on this if you want to try and drive that elbow all the way down to the heel, but bring your elbow down and across here. Then we're gonna go 30 seconds hamstring stretch. I like to do straight leg hamstring stretch or a crossed leg hamstring stretch. So just standing, I'll cross my legs over, bend down, touch my toes. If you're not comfortable crossing your legs over, you can just do it straight leg. Then we're gonna go 30 seconds of calf stretch each leg. I'd like to do this up against a wall or up against a door frame. Put your toe up there, bring your hip to the door frame, or drive that knee to the door frame, get a nice stretch through your calf. And then the last is gonna be 30 seconds of plank to downward dog, so holding into a plank position, and then pushing our hips up and back, drive our head in between our shoulders, and alternating that plank to downward dog position. Then we'll get into our accessory work. Our accessory work is 5 rounds of 20 side plank thrusts. So on a side plank supported off your elbow, you're gonna let your hips come down to the ground and then bring them back up into that plank. So do 10 each side there, and then 40 flutter kicks on your back, hollow hold, point those toes, and flutter kick your feet. 40 flutter kicks, 5 rounds of those 2 movements, guys. That's your accessory work. That's all your work for today. Good job. Don't forget to do a little extra stretching if you feel that you need it, and we'll see you tomorrow.